I'm incredibly happy to say that the channel sponsor is teamwallart.com. They make absolutely fantastic metal plaques. These being some prime examples. James Rodriguez there. The Everton badge. Another Everton badge. And there's absolutely tons on their website. Which, don't let me just tell you that. Go and check it out. teamwallart.com. And you get 10% off with the discount code BBN10. Also to that, you'll get one for $5.99 if you buy one for $7.99. It's worldwide shipping. It's great gifts. I mean, $7.99, and it's just great stocking filler, birthday present. It's absolutely fantastic. So make sure you get yourself on the website. The link is in the description below. Get yourself over to teamwallart.com. Start buying now.
What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and as said, get yourselves over to Team Wallart, get yourself some metal plaques. They're absolutely fantastic. It's the Merseyside derby. It's Everton against Liverpool over at Anfield, a game that's going to be difficult. We all know that. We all watched us the other night, and I've never seen a fan base so split, and it's so weird because there's Everton fans having goes at Everton fans for having different opinions to them. It's really surprising. I've been really surprised and shocked by, whether it be the upset of the way that we're playing football at the minute, or whether it be the upset of the way Everton are performing, or some of the players' performances. It's been really, really weird. So, yeah, we'll get into all of that in a minute. Anyway, guys, if you could like the video, share it, and of course, get subscribing. Really do appreciate it. Let's get into some of the comments. Just to start with, Eugene McGee, I think Everton needs to play Allen against Liverpool away. Absolutely. Connor Crossland, even all. Jacob, 1878. Blue. Mighty Blues 3. What's good, lads? Difficult. Lewis Roberts, loving the advert, mate. Good man. Christopher Jameson, hello. John Riley, if we could beat Liverpool at Anfield, now we never know. Mad Hatter James, hi guys. And yeah, let's get into the video. So, Everton go to Anfield on the back of a pretty poor run. We all know that. I think it's 2 wins in 8 for Everton. However, Everton's away form is pretty good. I think we're 3rd best in the league. We've definitely got more points away from home than we have at home this season. And I suspect we're going to set up and line up quite tight like we did against Manchester City. Now, there is a moment in the watch along and in the highlights video, if you watch it, where you genuinely see me devastated that Mina has to come off. And I was devastated that Mina come off because, being honest, it all opened up at that point defensively. Yes, I know we went 1-0 down and, we equalised, but we had to play a completely different style. And that panicked me and worried me a lot, to be honest, because we just weren't up to that level. Mina missing from this game is a huge blow because he'll stop the balls into the box. He'll stop us playing the flat back four that I like us playing, and using the creativity going forward. So, your defence is solid, and everything in front of that you can go and play. And I'm just worried that it's going to be a big blow to Everton. However, look, we play against the Liverpool side that have equally had their issues at home this season. If you put it in real perspective, Everton have not been to Anfield with Liverpool in such a bad vein of form at home in ever, to be honest. They're really ropey at home as well. They've had results to Burnley, Brighton, West Brom. This is a Liverpool team that you can get at home, and this is what Everton have got a sort of edge. You've got to be more aggressive towards. We've got to be able to go to Anfield and try and stamp our authority in some way. And when you look at the stats of the game, and I just want to sort of put this in some perspective. When you look at the league table, and you do separate the home and the away. So here we go. I'll do it now. There you go. It's here. In terms of home form, it's not great. You know, some of the games that Liverpool have lost aren't great. You know, the draws to West Brom and people like that, it's surprising. However, you know, we all know already Everton's home form's shocking as well. So it's a difficult one. I think away from home, Everton will be confident. I think they'll be aggressive. They'll go there. They'll want to play through the middle. Donation from Mad James there. Thank you. With Liverpool's home form and Everton's away form, we have a good chance. Mikey, they could be 20th, and I wouldn't be confident playing them, mate. They have the mentality every game to beat us. Yeah, and this is the issue we've got. You know, we go to Anfield with this really weird complex in our heads. You know, we can never really set up to break them down. We've never gone there believing that we can win. And that just needs to change. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that's going to change this game. You know, I'm not saying that we're going to go there and we're going to win this game. I'm not saying that at all. You know, Liverpool have still won 7 games at home this season. So, look, they've had a poor home form recently, but in terms of their form overall, they're still like 3rd or 4th in the league in home form. So they're not bad at home. It's just in recent form, Liverpool are there to be had or got at least. Defensively, yeah, I think you can ask questions of Liverpool. Obviously, they're missing Van Dijk. We all know about that. And the defenders that have come in haven't looked particularly brilliant. They're certainly not on Van Dijk's level, but again, that's what you expect. I'm just hoping for a strong team from Everton. I'm hoping that Everton go with this team. Olsen in goal. I'd like us to still play with a flat back 4. Luca Dean has to come in at left back. Holgate comes in and stays at right back. Then you have Godfrey and, of course, Keane in the middle. Your midfield 3 for me in this game is Doucouré, Allen and Tom Davies, who I have no idea why that man's been substituted in the last 2 games based on all the other players. And then I'll go up front. I'll go DCL, Richarlison and Iwobi. I would love to see King be given a game, but this is the wrong game to play him. And equally, a lot of people are going to notice there that I've excluded James Rodriguez. I don't think this is the game for James. And that's not a criticism of James. There's no, you know, I'm not saying James isn't a fantastic footballer, isn't our best player on paper, etc. I just think there's certain games where James hasn't been at his best. And it's the games where you've got to exploit a lot of energy. You've got to get into teams. You've got to be more aggressive. And I don't think that's this game, to be honest, for James. So for me, he goes and sits on the bench. But again, I really don't know what to expect from Everton. This is one of the most difficult match previews I've done because I just don't know what to expect, because this season's been so weird. How at times can we look so good, so strong, and then look so shit half of the time? So I don't get it. I am struggling to talk about this game. I struggled to speak about the Manchester City games yesterday because I can't believe how divided we are as a fan base in terms of people's opinions being so different. You know, and look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of it. Like, by the way, I'm not saying it's wrong. I don't get how some people saw that game being a good game and some people saw it as a bad game yesterday. I don't get it. Like, for me, we were fine for 60 minutes. As soon as we conceded that second goal, the game was dead. When Mina went off, we were under the caution. I didn't want to slag off the team too much yesterday. We went up against Manchester City, but a lot of people did. A lot of people did slag off the performance. And again, I get it. Like, I understand we don't want to lose any home games. But for me, I was accepting of the result yesterday, whereas I wasn't accepting against Fulham and Newcastle and all of the other shit games this season. You know, I've had Liverpool fans say to me that they can't be arsed anymore. You know, we're 1 year in under Carlo Ancelotti, and then there's people calling for Ancelotti's head and saying that he's not good enough to manage Everton Football Club because he's substituting Tom Davies. Whether you agree with him or not, we've got to back him at the minute. I just don't necessarily know what to expect in this game, because Everton could go there and be tight at the back, be strong, keep the ball down, play the ball from the back, and that's fine. But I do think it's going to be a struggle. I think it's going to be a real struggle. Do I think Everton can get a result? Yeah, I do. I think it'll be 1-1. In my heart of heart, I think it'll be 1-1. But again, like I said against Manchester City, it wouldn't surprise me if we lose this game. And that it's shit to say, but it's Everton. You know, we haven't got the mentality to go to Liverpool. We haven't in years. You know, we haven't beaten them at Anfield in God knows how long, before I was born. And it's not right. You know, it's not right. There shouldn't be this mentality thing going up against Liverpool, because I find it really weird. I find it really weird that players bottle it, or, you know, they have a mare, or there's a mistake happen. You know, Pickford makes a mistake, or, you know, what happened last year. You know, obviously the incident occurred and a lot of people's head fell off as a result. And I just think, for me, if Everton can go to Anfield, be fairly dominant at the back, keep the ball away from the wings for Mane and Salah, Everton can get a point. I think we can get at the back four. They'll probably play a midfield, and it is what it is. What is it? Willie Keller. James can play in our team, but next season we need to have more legs and energy around him. Really hoping we can see James play at Goodison. Yeah, well, yeah, and that's fair enough. Adam Smith, I just think our mentality will be wrong in this game and we won't believe we can win. Yeah, which is kind of what I'm alluding to there. Jacob 1878, let's hope Alisson can twat it up again. Yeah, well, we'll see. Didn't we beat them at Anfield when Carsley was playing for us? No, I don't think we did. I don't think we did beat them at Anfield. We certainly beat them at Goodison, but we didn't beat them at Anfield. Gavin Cunningham, it's frustrating that our coaching staff can't see Gylfi is awful. Again, I've seen so many divided people about Gylfi Sigurdsson. Some people saying he had a good game. Some people saying he was fine, that he was capable, that he did a good job, and then some people were saying that he was awful and dog shit. I personally thought Gylfi was absolutely fine while Tom Davies was on the pitch, but as soon as Tom Davies went off the pitch, that was it. We fell apart, and that was because he didn't have the legs behind him, and he was asked to do a job he can't do. Trust me, I'm not defending Gylfi Sigurdsson. I've not liked Gylfi Sigurdsson since probably after the first season, and he went downhill. But he's put a blue shirt on and played the game, so I get behind him for the games. But do I rate him now? Not massively. Adam Smith. Mike, do you think we could win, though? I know you predicted a draw, but do you think we can? Mate, anything can happen this season. That's the problem. Anything can happen this season. We could go there. We could win 2-1, 2-0. I just don't think it is. I just don't think. I just think it's 1-1. I think this has got 1-1 written all over it. Same old Everton fan channel, just wondering how Johnny's fine. Everton FC fan channel, bringing anyone in on the derby watch along, you will see on the weekend, mate. Connor Crossland, why are people saying James? Sell James, Jesus Christ. Yeah, again, you know, John's not massively sold on James, and I'm still on the fence about it, because he is a fantastic player when he's got a bit of time. The Premier League doesn't give him loads of time. So when he's had time in games, look how destructive he's been. You know, his goal contributions, his assists, he's been fantastic. But that's why I don't think James can play in every game. And that's the issue. You know, defensively, I don't think James does anything. We saw it for the third goal yesterday. He lets a player bypass him. Sigurdsson lets the other player bypass him. And having them both in the team, we essentially defensively went down to 9 men at one point yesterday and conceded the goals. However, James getting the ball to feet, he beats a man. He plays the ball over to to Luca Dean, and Luca Dean plays it over the crossbar. So again, it's difficult with James because I just don't know where I am with him. Does he need a bit of runners around him? Yeah, we saw it at the start of the season. You know, Luca Dean bombing on, Decore bombing on, Alan supporting him defensively, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Iwobi playing off him. we've seen all of the stuff of James. We've seen all the glory, all of the good stuff. We've seen all the bad stuff. We've seen the injuries. I'm still on the fence. So I'm not writing him off. I just don't know with James yet. I just don't know. Conor Crossland, he's been bang average for me. Nothing special. You wouldn't be saying that if he wasn't this big superstar. But Adam, I'm very objective, mate. So yeah, I would. Like for example, Tom Davies, for example. What's your opinion on Tom Davies? My opinion is that at this moment in time, he's had 5 good games. He's had 70 bad games out of his time at Everton. So I want to see Tom Davies be consistent, for example. Now, at this moment in time, he's a midfielder that doesn't get dropped, and he's been subbed twice by Carlo Ancelotti. So again, I don't get it. So I always like to think I just sit on the fence. I like to observe and understand it. Will Lewis, now this is a great point. Nkunku needs to be given a chance. He's a talent and can beat people with ease. Would you play him left midfield, Mike? I literally had this conversation with John today. Nkunku is absolutely brilliant at beating a man and delivering a ball into the box. And let's talk about Liverpool's left and right backs. They've not looked great this season. Robbo's not looked as good as usual. TAA hasn't looked fantastic either. They're players that we can get at. Richarlison hasn't been beating people. He hasn't been beating people at all. Whereas Nkunku can beat people. Now, I'm not saying drop Richarlison. What I am saying is at 60 minutes, when we do need someone to come on and inject that bit of pace or beat that man and deliver that ball, stop bringing on a Bernard, who I'm not saying can't do it, by the way. I want to see Nkunku given a go. Is this the right game? Yeah, I don't know. But for me, just give him a go. He's got the energy. He's got the pace. And I think Nkunku is someone that can unlock the doors. Adam Smith, if we play attacking football with Nkunku, exactly. I love it. Ben Godfrey behind him. I mean, why couldn't you do that? Why couldn't you? Luka Dean started against Man City in the left of midfield, and that was where I'd been screaming for. It was buzzing. I was so happy. And why can't we be that Luka Dean plays left back in this game and Nkunku plays left wing? For me, that's what I like. I might get hate for this, but I love Jordan Pickford, and I want to see him be consistent because if he doesn't, it's only going to get worse for him. That's Mad Hatter James. Yeah, it's fair enough, mate. Opinions are opinions. I don't want him getting hate. I just want him, playing consistently for Everton Football Club. Same old Everton FC channel. Still think Tom Davies is good enough. I really don't know. He's got to prove a lot to me, but he's doing it. But we see this every season with Tom. He has 7 or 8 games where he looks really good. I need him to do 15 games. I need him to go to the end of the season being fantastic, like he has been. Conor Crossland, I don't think Carlo will play on Nkunku, unfortunately. No, he won't. Adam Smith, good one, mate. Yeah, Carlo won't play on Nkunku. Pickford is a midget. Brilliant. Boogie YT, did you see Aniger's TikTok? I didn't, mate. Nkunku is still young, but he should be given a chance. Sam Goodall, Michael swear we discussed Nkunku perhaps having Bale traits. How about playing him right wing, cutting on the left? What you think, mate? I would because I saw his shooting. We saw his shooting. He come on and he was shooting against West Ham in the Carabao Cup. Look, they're not Liverpool, but we're seeing him trying to get into people and breaking them down, and that's what I want to see. Mad Hatter James, hopefully Pickford will go back to how he was in the World Cup. For me, though, the third goal was as much James' mistake, as much Sigurdsson's mistake as Jordan Pickford. But Jordan Pickford could physically have kept that out of the net, in my opinion, and he didn't. Now, I'm not saying I think Everton need a goalkeeper. So I'm just going to put it like that. I think Everton need a goalkeeper. I think Olsen is all right, and I think Pickford is all right. They're not players that are going to give you back four that's fighting for Europe and top 4 of them, all of that stuff that we want to be over the next year or two. They're not going to give them confidence. So for me, yeah, I want a new goalkeeper personally. M-Trade, I hope that Pickford should be replaced. I do agree. Who do you think the future Mina and Branthwaite defensive partnership, Michael Keane number 6 role? I think Michael Keane won't be doing that, to be honest. Branthwaite looks really good at Blackburn, to be fair. John Morris, an Everton team with desire and belief beats anyone. Our heads drop too much. I'd play Olsen before Pickford. Yeah, I agree. Adam Smith, we need a goalkeeper that will just do a job and just be consistent. Wadge EFC should have got Martinez for Villa. Amazing. Yes, we should have. Will Lewis would have a front three of Nkunku, DCN and Richie. This game has. Do you know what, though? You say that, and if we're going to drop the front three, the one person I wouldn't drop is Iwobi, because I thought Iwobi did all right the other night. Gets the ball, tries to beat a man. I'm all for that. I'm absolutely all for that. Mark Anthony, Everton in a 4. Alexander Ripper and Nakarov, good value at 15 mil. What do you think? And Willie Kelly, Pope. So, yeah, a lot of you guys talking about a few players there. Anyway, guys, one last question. What do you think of Elise from Reading? I think he would be good for us. He's only 19. Yeah, he's a phenomenal player. There's some great players in the Championship this season. Elise, obviously, Norwich have come out today. What's the name? Delia Smith has come out and said that Max Aarons isn't going to be at Norwich next season. So, again, he's one for me. So, yeah, look, that's where I am, to be honest. Yeah, guys, I'm leaving it there anyway. I just wanted to do a short preview. Match prediction, I think Everton draw 1-1. So, yeah, guys, you will see me over with Grizz. You'll know him from the Big Six channel. Obviously, huge following. So make sure you come and watch me at 10 o'clock tonight. Really appreciate it, as always. Thanks for the donations. Make sure you buy from Team Fan Art, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.